Hey guys, my name's Jadeybell and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to film a video today. I've been planning this one for a while, and it is getting to know me. So getting to know Jade, well, Jadeybell. That's what I am on YouTube. So I'd got some questions off the internet, and there is quite a lot. And there's just some random questions, and I've written them all down, going to talk through them. So I've got a really itchy arm. And we'll see how it goes. I can guarantee this video is going to be quite long because I blab and blab and blab. I don't sometimes, when I talk about, like if I'm talking about a topic that I love, I'll go on and on and on and on. Normally I'm a very quiet person, but when it comes to things I love, I don't shut up, and everyone's just like, shut up, Jade. So, beginning, I'm wearing my Batman jacket and a new Batman top. If you saw my whole video, you would know what I'm on about. I have a really itchy arm for some unknown reason, so I'm sorry. Okay, so, and I've also got my bottle of water because this video is probably going to be quite long, and I live on water. I never stop drinking. Don't say that the wrong way. Not alcohol, I don't mean alcohol, I mean mainly water or green tea or smoothies. That's why I probably need a wee all the time, but you did not need to know that now. I've just said that. I need to stop rambling and get on, don't I? Right, anyway. First question that I tried to put these in an order. So like, oh, what questions first and just stuff like that. Anyway, so what is your full name? I'll tell you my first and my second name. I won't tell you my middle name. My name is Jade Sheldon. You probably already gathered that from my YouTube name. Well, it is on YouTube, even though it's Jadeybell. But yeah, my name is Jade Sheldon. Where and when were you born? I was born in Macclesfield Hospital. And I was born on the 19th of May 1999. I don't remember I had some. I remember I was £5.3. And yeah, I was the second smallest of my family. Next question, what is your favourite colour? Well, my favourite colour, as I said in the shopping haul yesterday, is red. It's always been my favourite colour. Ever since I was little, red. Always, so I've kept it since I was that young. What is your favourite food? Definitely pizza. You cannot beat margarita pizza. But I also love healthy food so much as well, so that's also one of my faves. What is your favourite music? This is a really good question. My favourite music, I don't really have a favourite type of music. I am a pretty alternative person. I listen to anything really. I can go from pop to rock to like You and Me at 6 and anything like that. I'm into anything really, just not the proper metal thing, because I can't. All classical, they're like the only two that I won't really listen to, but other than that I'm pretty alternative and I listen to anything, and it depends what I'm in the mood for as well. What is your favourite season? Definitely summer, without a doubt, because I am not good with the cold at all. I'm a very nesh person, so I'm freezing all the time. It can be summer, freezing. Like this year I've hardly ever been warm. Well, I do live in Britain, so you can understand that, but still, it'll be like the hottest day of the year and I'll still be cold. It's just ridiculous, and I hate it because I'm like, I don't want to be cold anymore. But So like most of my clothes are kind of like winter clothes, but I love wearing my summer clothes because they're really pretty and cute, and I love them. I do wear them sometimes. I just make sure that I put something warm on so that I'm not cold, but that's my favourite season. But I love all the seasons as well because they're all each individually special, and they've all got each different things that I love in them. What is your favourite fruit? I have many favourite fruits, but I'd have to pick apples, grapes or tangerines because they are yummy. If I was little, I would always said apple, 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 or grape, but it was mainly apple. But now it's definitely apple, grapes, or tangerines because I just love them. The most annoying thing is they're just peeling the thing off them because I'm like, I just want to eat it. What is your favourite Christmas movie? I know it's not Christmas yet, but this was a question that was on there, so I just wrote it down. My favourite Christmas movie would have to be Alf or Home Alone. They're like my two favourites. Every year I watch these. I have to make sure that I watch these every year. It's like a tradition. And sometimes I watch them more than once, but it's not Christmas without those films. What is your favourite place to eat? Well, I'm not the kind of person that goes out a lot to eat. Like, I'm not a foodie person, really. But I don't go out a lot and eat all the time. But if I had to pick somewhere, it would be Subway or McDonald's because they are the two places that I mainly go to. I know they're not technically healthy, but you have to have a balanced diet, and I do like regret sometimes going there. I'm like, no, I need to be healthy. I shouldn't do that. But those are the main places that I go out to eat, so I have to choose them, and can't beat a Subway. Love it. And also chicken nuggets are my favourite food. I forgot to put that in there. I always have chicken nuggets when I go to McDonald's. What is your favourite book of all time, and why did it speak to you? This is a very, very hard question for me because I am a book nerd, a bookworm. I live on books, so this is like a really hard question. Just pick one book that speaks out to me because every book in its own way speaks out to me, and they all have a special meaning. But if I had to choose one, this is very hard. I'd probably choose Harry Potter because that is my favourite book, and I grew up with that. It's the books that I've read the most. It spoke to me because, well, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. It just spoke to me like every other book does. I think it was the way the story was, what happened, like the magic, because I absolutely love magic and I'm into all that. And it is the first day of September today, so, and it's my last year at Hogwarts, so I don't want it to be my last year, but you know, we gotta be anti. But it spoke to me a lot because there's so much that happens in the 7 books, and all the detail, what she actually writes about. It's just wow, like how much detail. It all just speaks out to me in its own way. So, and there's also one, what is your favourite movie of all time and why did it speak to you? That's very hard because I won't choose Harry Potter again because I've chosen that for a book, so I'll choose something else. But movie, that's a really hard question because I've seen so many movies. I'd probably have to go for Me Before You because that spoke a lot, and also The Fault in Our Stars, and I'm not gonna lie, I was in tears for hours on both of those films. They both spoke out to me because of the storyline, like just the characters themselves, the way that the story was, the way the film was shown. It was just like wow, made me see things in a different light. Than like especially with Hazel and Gus, and obviously Me Before You. with Will and Louisa, just because it shows you how much a person changes when something like that happens, and how much it can change you yourself. And it's always, the story always shows you that you should not judge that person whatsoever, no matter what situation they've been in. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say that. Next question, what is your biggest fear? I have many fears, okay? Many. I would say spiders, but I'm kind of better with those now. I don't know why, but like, not the massive ones, cannot deal with them. I can deal with like the small ones and the kind of like this big. Although otherwise I would have been out of the room before, but I don't know what made me kind of be okay with them. But I am okay now. I don't think I would be okay with them if they was actually on me. But just seeing them, I'm not really that bothered. So I have to go for clowns. Open water, cannot stand. I do not like it. Just no, I freak out. And definitely closed spaces and like with loads of people surrounding you, crowded closed spaces and crowded places, definitely. I think that's it. Maybe snakes as well, because they're, oh no, I don't like them. Makes me just go like that just thinking about him. What are your hobbies? Definitely books, as you probably already gathered that. Music without a doubt. Singing, drawing, writing, working out. I absolutely love I'm a very active person. I love working out. I just love keeping fit, keeping healthy, anything like that. What was the last book you read? The last book I read is in a series. It's the Talon series. I've read Talon. That was the book I read before the one I just read, and the one I've just read was called Rogue. These are about dragons, and they have to be in human form so that they can try and get, like, so that nobody suspects that the dragons. And it's about two different, like, Talon is the dragon society, St. George is the human society, and against each other. And the dragon goes rogue. That's why the second book's Rogue, and she doesn't like Talon. She doesn't want to be in the society. So I love the book so much. It had me from the first chapter. It was that good. Just the book was incredible, the way it was written, and I can't wait for the next book to come out. I'm so excited. I don't have them with me because they're library books, and literally just bought them in today, and I've got 2 new ones out. And they don't have the third book out. I don't know if the book's out yet, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to have a look it up. So if it is, I'm definitely buying it because those books are incredible. I love the story and human. I don't really want to say anything else because if you guys read books or if you're interested in anything like that, I don't want to spoil the story for you. I kind of did by saying she was going rogue, but I won't say any more of the plot. Next, what do you do to keep fit? Kind of answered that in a few questions before. I work out. I don't go to the gym because I'm too scared to do that. Nope. I can't deal with like the people watching me or judging me or anything like that. As dealing with anxiety kind of puts you in that situation. So I'd work out from home, and I do actually prefer it because I'm on my own. I can have music as loud as I want. I can have whatever music I want. I'm in my own world. I can just enjoy that time. So I work out a lot at home. I do abs, bum, arms, extra like weights so I can get stronger. I do a lot, really, a lot. I also like to go on runs. I've not been in a run in a while, and I really want to get back into that. And I'm also taking PE at college, so that's what I do. Oh, I also do a lot of walking as well, like, because I like walking and everything like that. What are the 5 best ways to describe you? I hate questions like this. I hate questions that involve myself and anything that I have to be like, yeah, anything that I have to say about myself, because I hate it so much, but I hate it. I'm gonna have to go with over emotional, definitely. Kind, honest, loyal, and definitely shy. I'm gonna stay there 5. I'm gonna go with. The next question is, what is your favourite quote? This is like a question that I physically cannot answer, because there's so many quotes in the world that just get my attention, because my Pinterest is covered with quotes, and positive quotes, normal quotes, song quotes, any quotes, really motivational quotes, anything, and they all get me, so it's really hard just to pick one. I've got one saved in my gallery at the moment, so I mean, it is one of my favourites, yeah, and I found it so cute after I'd read it. But there's so many other quotes that I would love to pick as my favourite as well, but just because I've got this one here, I'll just say that I'll just go with this one. And it says, each time you open a book and read it, a tree smiles knowing there's life after death. I love that quote. It's so cute as well, so I'm just going to say that one, even though there is loads that I would choose, especially Harry Potter quotes. Anyway, next question. What is your most treasured possession? Now I'm just going to have to go and get this for you. It must be downstairs because it's not in my room. So anyway, I'll just tell you about it, because I was obviously taking forever now. I forget what I'm about. It's basically like a little statue thing, I'd say about the size, no, smaller than Raphael. Say about there. It's a little fairy on a little plaque. Its wings are coming a bit off because I've had it for that long, and it's my most treasured possession because it's what my brother won for me. Like in the slot machine, I know it's like as if that's the most treasured possession, but there's meaning for that. And you'll find why later on in the video. And I remember I used all my coins, and the fairy didn't drop. And my brother was with me at the time. It was just me and him on the slot machines, and then the rest of the family, I don't know where they went somewhere. And this was the first holiday we had as a family. Like when, I'll explain later. And so he used his coins to get the fairy for me, and he was like, "Here you go, Jade." And that means, I'm sorry, it's just hard to talk about things like this. That means a lot to me, and it holds so much meaning to me. I'll never forget that day, and I'll always treasure the fairy forever and ever and ever and ever. And I know there's a question later on, and you'll find out the reason why. I just had to pause it because my mum came in the room making sure I was okay. She tends to do that a lot with me, especially being on my own. Next question. Where am I? What do you like to read? What a great question this is. This video is already 80 minutes long, and I'm like nowhere near done. I'm gonna have to split it into 2, so sorry about that. I can't help that I ramble so much about the things I love. I'm so sorry about this. Yeah, what do you like to read? Absolutely anything, but my favourite is romance and fantasy. Yes, I'm one of those girls. I'm sorry, but I just do. Most of my bookshelf to read is full of romance books. But like, I have been reading a few horrors and like other things. So, and this book here that I got from the library. Here, The Earth Dragons. I don't think that has any romance in it. Well, not that I know of anyway, so I've not started yet, but not that I know of. So if it does, I generally didn't know that. But you never know if it does, even better for me. But honestly, I like anything, but romance and fantasy are definitely my favourite. What would be your ideal date? What a question. My ideal date. Well, I don't know. Like, I'm very simple girl. I don't really mind. I would love like a movie, like not a movie like in the cinema. But yeah, well, yeah, I could do that if there was a film I really wanted to see. But I wouldn't mind just having a takeout with a movie and yeah, getting to know each other, talking about things. But definitely not on a first date. On a first date, you definitely have to be out in public because that's important. But I'm just saying that would be an ideal date for me, or even going for a picnic and I don't know, anything really. I don't care about. I do care about the date itself, but I'm more about the person than what the actual date is. As long as I can talk to the date, I like the personality, they're funny, and whatever thing else. Then yeah, I don't really mind other than that. So, but if I did have to choose, I would probably say a movie. But you can't really talk to your date if you're watching a movie, really, can you? So, but I do. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. What do you do in your free time? Books, read, definitely. I sing all day. Can't help it. It's natural. Just sometimes I'll even sing and I don't even know I'm singing. I know, weird, but I do. That's just what happens. It's just the kind of person I am. What else do I like to do? Definitely work out, as I've already said. Definitely spend time with my friends. Definitely, because they're so precious times with your friends. Make so many memories. You're a much happier person. Yeah. What would you like to learn as a skill? At this point in time, I am learning guitar, so I would love to learn that as a skill. I've not long started, and it's really hard. When people say learning an instrument is hard, they generally mean it. But I'm practicing. I'm trying my very best. So when I do covers, I won't be able to play my guitar because I'm not very good. I'm not at that stage yet, so I'll probably just have to use backing music, like as I know some people do actually use. But if I could ever play guitar in the future, then I hope I could do that as well, so that'll be even better. But for the now, that's what I just have to do, and just hope that it's still good for you and for me and for everyone. What is your worst habit? My worst habit? Probably biting the skin from my lips or the skin around my nails. Mainly my lips though, because I'm very bad at that. I can't help that. I'm sorry. I do try. And I also tend to like always mess with my hands a lot when I'm nervous, or just something I always do. I always like, I'm just like I don't even notice that I'm doing it most of the time. But yeah. What is your perfect pet? Well, when I was a kid, it used to be a black and white cat. I did get a black and white cat, but she's no longer here anymore. I have a cat at the moment, a black cat. I absolutely love him to bits. My perfect pet is a white cat with blue eyes. I would love that. Hopefully when I'm older and I have like my own, and like I'm on my own or with a friend or family or husband, whatever, I want to make that happen, and I want to call it Snow, or anything like that. I'm up to all Chris now. I don't know, but that's what I want as a pet. What is your perfect job? Singing would be a perfect job for me. I would absolutely love to do that as a career. I'd love for people to hear my music. I'd love to make people happy, help them. I love helping people, so that's basically a perfect job to me. I do want to be a nurse as well, so that's also a perfect job. I love helping people, so definitely. But singing has been my goal and my life as long as I can remember, so if I could ever do that, it'd be a dream come true, and I would love so much to make other people happy and change their lives, and I'd love to help the world more and make the world a better place as well. I mean, I know I could try and do that if I wasn't a singer, but it would be easier, if you get me. And I'd love for people to look up to me as an inspiration. I mean, I don't know if that would ever happen, but yeah, I'd love to make people happy with my music and hope maybe even save people's lives. I would absolutely love that. So I'm going to stop rambling with that question. What TV character are you like? I honestly do not know what TV character I would be. I don't know, because there's so many TV characters all together, and obviously I don't watch everything. But if I had to pick one, well, I mean, it's not really a TV show, so I'm gonna pick a Disney princess character, because I am like Disney princess character, so I'm gonna have to go with that, because that's the only thing I can possibly think of that I'm like, and that is Belle. I know she's not a TV character, but she's a movie person. She's a movie. But it's the only possible thing that I could do, because I honestly don't know which TV character I am like. So, next question: what is your shoe size? My feet are actually size 3.5. Yes, they're very small. I know. I do own no size 3 shoes. I own 3.5. I also do have 4 and 5s as well, because I do like to get them a bit bigger for my feet. Not too big though, so they're absolutely massive. And it also depends on the style of the shoe as well, because obviously that depends. Sometimes they can be tighter, smaller, wider, whatever than another shoe. But my shoe size is a size. My feet are size 3.5, and I know they're very small, but I'm small too, because I'm only 5'2". Sucks sometimes. What is your dream wedding? Wait, come on, you gotta admit, all girls think they have their own wedding. When you're little, when you're in teenagers, even now, I still think of a dream wedding that I would love to have. It would definitely be traditional in a church. I'd love the theme to be like white and blue. I just think that looks so pretty. I'd love to have a traditional dress. It's like not like a too biggy princessy dress, but like a princess dress, but not a mac off over the top one. Or like because just like a I'm gonna say like a ball gown. Let's say like that. A veil. What else? I just love everything to be really traditional. That would be my dream wedding. I'm not sure on the venue though. I haven't thought that far. Many years to think though of that. Many years. What are your 2 pet peeves? Definitely, without a doubt, slow walkers. I cannot be dealing with it. They just slow walkers and people that get in your way. I'm gonna put that into one topic. Or they just stand there in your way, and I'm like, oh, please, why are you standing there? Of all places, you stand in the middle where no one can move, and it's like, oh, I can keep it all in there. I am a very calm person, so I'm just like, okay. And if there's a slow person, I understand, like, if they're in a wheelchair or if they're on crutches, I understand if they're old or if they've got a condition where they physically can't walk at a normal speed, or just like where they walk slower than everyone else. I understand that, and obviously I take that into account. But it's the ones that they can generally move faster, but they just take their time. I mean, I'm a very fast walker, like very fast. I shoot. So I'm just like, please, just go. I need to go. And like, I will move past you whenever I get the chance to. Another pet peeve: rude people, definitely, without a doubt. I don't get why people can be so rude to others. It's just why. I don't get it. Like, especially like, sometimes people call our generation the rude ones, but you can see other people in the older generation that are far ruder, and I'm just like, how can you even be like that? It's just, why can't you just treat everyone how you would like to be treated and treat everyone with kindness? I don't get why people can't do that. I'm just gonna get off the pet peeve talk because I'll start ranting, and that'll be a whole other half an hour talking about that. What are your 3 biggest flaws? Ooh, definitely my low confidence, because I ain't very good at that. I don't really, what would be another one? I would say over emotional can be sometimes, because that means that I cry all of the time, and it's just like, yeah, great. Another one, and I would say my shyness as well, because that gets in the way of everything, like most things that gets in the way, so I'm just going to go with that. I mean, yes, it can also be a good quality, but for me it stops me from doing a lot of things, and yeah, so I'm just going to go with that. What is the last movie, TV or book that made you cry? So let's just split this up. What was the last movie that made you cry? Me Before You, definitely. That was the last movie that I watched that made me cry, and I was in tears forever, and I was like like proper crying, sobbing my heart out, and Mum was like, come here, and I'm just like, stop that, why? Like proper into it, and I was just crying into it for ages, and I felt so embarrassed after, but my mum's an over emotional person as well, so she understands. The last TV show that made you cry? That's a hard question. TV show that made me cry. I don't know if it'd be real. I don't think I've cried at a sad. I don't think I've cried sad tears at a TV show. I don't think I have. I don't know. That's such a hard question. I mean, yes, I watch a lot of TV shows. Oh, I know. It was probably Glee. Because I don't really cry at TV shows. They don't really get to be that much. As well, yes, they can, but I can't physically remember. But I remember sobbing my heart out at Glee when Finn passed away in the show, and I was sobbing my heart out forever, as he was like one of my favourite ones. And yeah, but I've cried happy tears at other TV shows. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. The last book. What was the last book I cried at? Me Before You again. When did I read this? The 16th of March to the 25th of March. Yes, I carry a book diary. Sad, I know, but I don't remember. I haven't cried at any other books since then, and I've read loads of books since March. I'm not going to tell you how many books I've read this year. I think that's in a later question anyway, so I'll tell you then. But there's a lot. But that was definitely the last book I cried at, because I haven't cried at any of the others. They've made me laugh loads, but not cry. So I'm gonna go with that one. What is your favourite animal? I have two favourite animals, penguins and cats. My all-time favourite animals, absolutely love them. Penguins are just so adorable and so cute. I love them so much. I have like, I'm going to say 10 to 13 penguins I think. Yeah, I think so. And cats, I absolutely love them. I mean, I'm also a dog person, but I'm more of a cat person. I love all animals, not except for the ones that I'm scared of. Do you believe in second chances? I am a firm believer in second chances. I even give people more than second chances. I know that can be bad sometimes, but I can't help it. I just see the good in everyone, no matter who they are. I'm just like, sometimes I'm like, yeah, you're just, like, say if someone's done a really horrible thing like murder someone, then I'd be like, no, you should just be sent away and locked away, thrown away the key. But I'd still see something good in them at the same time. I know that is very wrong, but I just see the good in everyone. That's like the best way I can describe it. But sometimes I do give people more chances than they deserve, and kind of a pushover like that. And yes, it hurts me very much, but I can't help but give people second chances, sometimes even more. But then sometimes it can get to the point where I'm like, no, you've got no more second chances, that's it. I still have not got a problem with you. Yes, I may dislike you, never hate her. I don't hate anyone except myself. And yes, I do dislike people, but I'll still see good in them at the same time. Maybe that's a flaw of myself as well. Do you collect anything? Books, definitely. There's so many books that I have. And also bandanas. I collect so many bandanas, so many. And this is all my best friend's fault. She gave me a bandana in the first place, and ever since then I love that. I love them, and I've collected loads. I think I've got about 23. Ow, just hit my elbow again. Why do I keep hitting my elbow? But yeah. But thanks, Freya. I absolutely love them. It's just something that I love. Do you enjoy college? I'm gonna go with no, because I'm a loner. I don't really have any friends at college. I have Nikita, and that's about it. But I'm still very lonely at college. I always keep to myself. Nikita has her own friends. But yeah, I am very much alone at college, because my best friend's at a different college, and she's really, so yeah. I don't have a lot of friends anyway. I mean, and I hate going to college so much. I mean, I like the subjects and doing the work. It's just being there, and sometimes I can't bring myself up to go in, so sometimes I always email my teacher though, and always do the work at home if that happens. But yeah. Okay, last question. It's not the last question, this is halfway through and I'm 38 minutes into it, so I'm just going to cut it on this question, and then I'll film another video of part 2. Last question. Do you believe in existence of soulmates and true love? What a great question to end off part 1. Yes and yes. I am a very romantic person. I absolutely love anything to do with love. I'm very soppy like that. I'm like, ooh, anything that's romantic, I gush over it, I know. But definitely believe in soulmates and true love. I believe there's someone out there for every single one of you, and you will hope to God that everyone finds that person one day. But definitely believe in true love and soulmates. You may not find them straight away, but when the time's right, that person will come. And yeah, I'm just going to end that there. I'm so sorry this video is so long. I ramble and ramble and ramble, and I'm sorry about that, but this is the most I've ever spoken. Like, I'm normally so quiet, especially in front of a camera, so I've done really well. I hope you like these questions. Part 2 will be soon. I'm gonna film it now, but obviously I'm gonna film it now just so I'm in the zone, and that'll be going up whenever it goes up. I don't specifically have a time when things go up. It depends what I'm doing, how busy I am, and anything like that. So sometimes I might not upload in a couple of weeks, but I definitely will still be doing something or developing video or whatever. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I don't want to say like or subscribe because that is honestly your choice. You just do whatever you want to do, but if you liked the video, I hope that we see more of each other in the future, and I will see you in the next video. I had a lot of fun filming this, and I can't wait to film the second half. Bye guys!